has to be the one that fills in Simona's shoes.
Can't you just have like a construction crew, like construction workers with vehicles? How can one person really do all the construction?
Simona was head builder, and she did have a crew. And when you take out the leader, the whole crew falls.
Okay, don't you think that crew, I'm sure she had like a second in command or something, right? Don't you think that her crew might feel kind of insulted that you have like a person who is a week old just take control? You inherited the crew. I mean, so you've got a construction crew that runs like a kingdom.
She's not. Family's not going to take the reins prematurely like that.
You just said that
she's going through heavy training.
Why? So she's child labor?
No, not child labor.
Well, she's like a week old, and you already had her assassinate people. I mean, that's...
The point of that was to get revenge against Evan for even thinking of killing off Simona.
But you killed Simona.
Because I felt forced to, but between...
That's correct. We did force you to, because you refused to acknowledge it. Chris, what is copyright infringement? Give me your definition.
Copyright infringement.
Yes, I'd like to hear your definition.
The misuse of a character that originally belonged to somebody else.
Oh, really? Okay, now how does that connect to Simona? You misused Simona because she rightfully belonged to someone else.
Yeah, well, still, even Steven Sancho was originally mine, and I have the copyright registration forms to prove that.
So, what does that have to do with Simona? You stole. Don't change the subject, Chris. You stole Simon Chu and screwed around with him. Two wrongs make a right. Is that the case?
That is not the point I am trying to make.
Well, then why do you...
That is fairly accurate, though.
When we're talking about Simona, why do you bring up Sonichu's copyright? What does that have to do with it?
Because you drew him in your pages without my consent, and then made him look like he could look like a homosexual or appear as such.
Why does anything that I do have anything at all to do with how you treat Evan and his property? Why do you want to punish one person for a wrong that you perceive another unrelated person doing? I am not Evan. Evan is not me. Chris, God damn it, Chris. Okay, this is just like, remember when you were complaining about how, the trolls and ED attack you, and you use that as an excuse for why you treat me like shit. Why do you think it's okay to treat some random person like shit just because you've been treated badly by other people that aren't related?
It was, to correct you, it is not, I did not do it on a random person, quote unquote. I actually had reasons to do it against you and your crew.
I asked you why you stole something from Evan, which happened a long time ago, as I understand, actually, well before I created Asperchu. And your response is that, because of something I draw.
Well, I'm just saying that was...
If I remember right...
Why I didn't care for what you did very much, and that was what you did there.
Chris, when someone asks you a question, it's polite to respond with an answer that is relevant to the question. When I asked you why you think it's okay to steal Simon Chu from Evan, please don't respond by, going off on some unrelated tangent about how you don't like me. Okay? Now, if I remember right on that that Simon Chu article before you doctored it to make it look differently. It said that it was like in August of 2008 that you quote unquote created Simoma. That's a long time. That's over a year before I created Asperchu. I created Asperchu, not even 3 months ago.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, what?
Well, let's think about that a moment so I can properly answer the question about the quote-unquote character theft.
You know what? I don't really want to go over whether you think stealing Simon Chu is right or wrong or not, because we've done that before, and I was fooled. I thought that I had gotten some kind of response out of you, which turned out to be a complete lie, because you to this day still believe that Simona is yours and everyone else is evil. I just want to know why you think that you're perfect and that everyone else who has a disagreement with you is automatically wrong.
Well, to correct you, I never thought that I was perfect. I am imperfect for.
You still think you're better than?
Few reasons.
You still think you're better than everyone else.
Definitely high-functioning autism.
Well, what the hell does autism have to do with you being a bad person?
No, I was just saying that that's one reason why I'm not perfect.
So if not for autism, you think you would be perfect? Do you really think autism is your only flaw? I don't think
I have a lot of other flaws. I know that.
Yeah, I don't think autism of all your flaws, Chris, I don't think autism is even on the radar.
I'm just saying that is one of my flaws that makes me not perfect. I am not perfect. I never said that. I mean, I have never said that I was perfect.
You imply it by suggesting that Evan and I are evil people who made you kill Simona because she was yours. You don't even. Oh God. Okay, now I'm really pissed off, Chris. I'm mad at you because why? How many years have you been pissing and moaning at people about your copyrights, your precious Sonichu copyright, but you don't give a shit about Evan's copyright or my copyright or anyone else. You just take whatever you want, and you act like you're, in the right by doing so. Why do you do that?
I don't want to do that.
You have no response, do you?
I'm thinking. Can I think? Sometimes my mind's a little slow.
You've had, how many years of, worrying about copyright? I would think you would be a master of copyright law by now, considering how important it is to you. I mean, I think you would know copyright laws backward and forward.
I am not as knowledgeable as a copyright lawyer.
Chris, let's change the subject a little bit. What's up with that your Christian Love Day video?
Because it was my birthday, and I was just making a stand against the trolls and the internet bullies.
What stand?
I'm not going to be pressed down by the likes of which, and I'm going to continue on.
You kind of just, I recognize that speech you used. You just took that from Independence Day.
What?
You took that speech from... Chris, that speech that we will not go down without a fight speech, that was lifted directly from Independence Day. You remember that movie?
Well, I remember that movie. I saw it only once, And I did not know that those lines came from that. That speech was actually written by a friend of mine.
So you can't even write your own speech?
I can write my own speech, but I let my friend do it for me.
Well, why do you think that your birthday should be a holiday in the first place?
Well, one point it is a holiday in Mexico. So it should be an equally important holiday in America.
It's Mexican Flag Day in Mexico. Mexico has, I don't know what, like 40 million citizens, something like that. So are you really saying that, Mexican Flag Day is no more important than your birthday? Should 40 million Americans or more be celebrating your birthday? I
am not saying that.
You said that your birthday should be of equal importance to Mexican Flag Day. Oh, I was wrong. I just looked it up. Actually, Mexico is like 110 million people. I was way off. Okay, so your birthday is more important than 110 million Mexicans.
I never said that. And I never said that everybody should celebrate my birthday on that day.
Chris, your first response when I asked you, like 90 seconds ago, I asked you, why should your birthday be a holiday? And you said, well, it's a holiday in Mexico, therefore it should be of equal importance in America. That is exactly what you said.
Yeah.
And that's what you're thinking. You think that Mexican Flag Day is just not even good enough, right?
Well, it can be better.
It can be better. It's a day for 110 million Mexicans to celebrate the freedom of their country.
And that celebration could be accepted in America.
Well, why? Why would Americans celebrate Mexico's history? Americans have the 4th of July. That's when we celebrate our history. We have Flag Day too, like June 16th, I think.
I think that's about right.
Yeah. So we already have a Flag Day.
But still, I mean, we have the Mexicans in America,
and I'm sure they can celebrate Flag Day.
Yeah. So we should accept that and maybe celebrate as well in like a congratulatory way for them.
Well, then why wasn't your video about Mexican Flag Day instead of this made-up Christian Love Day?
One idea behind Christian Love Day is like the possibility of a second Valentine's Day.
It's like 10 days after the real Valentine's Day. Why would we need another Valentine so soon?
It's like we need more reminders to love and care about each other.
Valentine's Day is a Hallmark holiday sponsored by corporations to sell shitty gift cards and disgusting fake sugar candies. It's not about love. It's just a stupid corporate holiday. If you really want to celebrate love, you can do it at any time. You don't need a holiday.
It's to help remind us to do so on a more constant basis.
Okay, so why your birthday? Why your birthday? Of all the days in the year, why would you choose your birthday for this particular holiday? Unless it was about celebrating yourself.
Because it feels right.